Hello everybody, it's Zach here from realestatelicensewizard.com. Today we're going over another one of our practice real estate exam questions. If you're new here, we post a new question every Monday through Friday. If you have any questions you want me to cover, you can comment the question down below or send us an email with the question. Of course, if you want to try these exam questions out yourself, as well as tons of others, go ahead and check out our website, realestatelicensewizard.com. Now, this series and our channel has been such a fantastic experience for anyone preparing for the real estate exam, so make sure to click that like button and subscribe. That way you're fully prepared come exam day. Anyways, let's take a look at our question today, which has to do with transfer of title. All right, so it's a little bit of a lengthy one, so buckle up, sit tight, and get ready. So, Mr. J lives on a property right next to a bridge. The state wants to widen the bridge due to the higher amounts of traffic reported. The state needs space on either side of the bridge to widen the road. The government seizes Mr. J's property and gives him $150,000 for it. The government's right to take over privately owned real estate for public use is an example of, and it gives us four options: A, Escheat, B, eminent domain, C, adverse possession, or D, inverse condemnation. So as always, I'm going to give you guys an opportunity to reread it, think about it, come up with your answer, and all that good stuff. So go ahead and do that right now. All right, so hopefully you guys came up with your answer. And so what is the correct answer? Well, the correct answer for this one's going to be B, eminent domain. All right, so let me explain why. Eminent domain is the government's constitutional right to take over privately owned real property for public use. And that's usually despite the owner's wishes. Now, eminent domain for the federal government is protected under the Fifth Amendment of the Constitution, while for some state governments, it is protected under the 14th Amendment. So Mr. J's example is an example of eminent domain. Think about it, guys. He's living near a bridge, next to a bridge, it says, and the state wants to widen the bridge. And the key takeaway, the key part that really spells it out for you is this part right here. The government seizes Mr. J's property and gives him $150,000 for it. What is that? That's an exchange. That's a transfer of title. And again, this is through the right the government has, as we talked about, through the Fifth Amendment, as well as the what was the 13th Amendment, or I'm sorry, the 14th Amendment. The government's right to do these things, to take privately owned real estate for public use. That is eminent domain. So really, it's asking, what is the government's right to take over privately owned real estate for public use? I mean, you could see it right here too. I'll underline this part as well. So really, with these long questions like this, just break it down. It is kind of important for us that Mr. J lives next to a bridge, but not really. And this part, the state wants to widen the bridge. I mean, that's kind of important. But when it comes down to it, when it's asking us, what this question is, basically all it's asking is what is the government's right to take over privately owned real estate called? Or it's giving us the definition, and we have to determine what is our answer. And is it escheat, eminent domain, adverse possession, inverse condemnation? And for us, it is eminent domain. So again, I'll say it one last time. So we're pressing it in your guys' brains. Eminent domain is the government's right to take over privately owned real estate for public use. There you go. But yeah, that's going to be pretty much it for that one. I know it's a little bit of a lengthy one. They like to trick you and, kind of confuse you guys on these simple. It's a straightforward question, but again, they have these like story problems to kind of confuse you sometimes. But my suggestion for you guys, when you guys run into these types of questions, is just to break it down like we did. Just look at the end of the question, look at the middle, the beginning, and really think about what matters in this question. And as we looked at in this one, the ending was really the number one thing that mattered. This government's right to take over privately owned real estate for public use. That part was the most important because, again, it's asking us, what is it? But yeah. All right. Well, I think I explained that one well enough. If you guys have any questions or comments, please leave them down below. We actually do have a video on eminent domain as well, which I encourage you guys to watch if you're struggling with this topic. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching. As always, this is Zach from realestatelicensewizard.com. Make today magical. I'll see you guys next time.